Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages!
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we started this insane story, fought off some bandits, and this guy ends up showing up afterward. We've had some other stuff happen as well, but, well, let's see what's going on with this.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Are we? Really? He's a stranger to me. Well, he's not. We're not a bandit. Are we really his kid? Who knows? Let's just roll with it.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain.
Oh, really? I'm so thrilled that you think that. Alright. Oh, boy. This is gonna be a character. I can already tell.
I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Saros.
Knights of Saros? They do seem rather skilled.
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
It seems your presence is required. Get going.
Fantastic. We have someone in our head.
I appreciate your help there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Saros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
Well, honestly, we didn't know he was the captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet? Or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
Oh man, I have this giant grin on my face because this whole conversation's been funny.
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment.
Yeah, sure.
The way
What's
you
up?
held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Ah, so they're like, hey. The Adrestian Empire is her. The guy with the mullion, Dimitri, is this guy, and got the bow guy that has. Gosh. I honestly thought there would be a little bit more time before I actually just said an allegiance right there and then. Oh, fantastic. You know what? Since he was actually trying to be nice and say, you know what? I was gonna try to be nice and be like, build a friendship before I ask for favors. I'm gonna go with this one.
Is that right? Well, that's a win for the Alliance, so I suppose I'm obligated to be happy.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
That's certainly true. Oh, I guess I had to read this. Alright. She's a fine, refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. Dimitri. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. And Claude? His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again.
Well, you need to get some better sleep.
I may be sleeping.
Well, it is night. I'll give you that, but come on. Let's just keep going.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Rhea's here.
Looks somewhat familiar.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
It's years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Oh, she tell me a little bit
As
more
you
about
know,
her.
the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Well, she's being nice, so let's just tell her.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? Are we working as a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor.
Why is my character... Why does he keep looking towards the... Okay, that's just weird. Anyway.
And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Oh, fantastic.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Will do.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy.
Nice to meet you.
I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Okay.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
I'm good. You're a songstress?
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company's beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then.
Thank you.
It seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses.
Okay.
I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Yes, please.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
Okay.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Oh, you know they will.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man
Alright.
has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Well, that's...
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I can tell he's going to be a bundle of fun.
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
I just have a feeling the whole church is going to be something that is going to be bad to some extent. I just have that feeling. Like, each one of these houses have their characters where it's like, alright, they seem like they would be interesting characters to be around. So, this will be an interesting choice. Because I'm assuming I have to choose which house I'm going to be like, choosing to teach. Alright. While exploring the monastery, we move around, we can zoom in and out, we can dash. If you're ever unsure what to do next, look at the left side of the screen. Your current objective will be there. Okay. Be sure to greet everyone.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
That's one way to put it.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Okay. Yeah, let's just kind of explore a little bit. The advisory room. Okay. Not much going on here. And honestly, it'd be rude without talking to her. But I have a feeling that if I do that, we're going to start things up. And, well, let's at least explore a little bit before we actually accept the quest. I can't. Alright. Never mind. Let's go ahead and talk to her.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start,
Yes.
please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
We are going to accept it. Quests are given to you by people around the monastery. Those who can give or are involved with quests will have icons above them. And we can consult the quest menu, see what the quests are. The icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Alright. So, well, we've talked to the 2 of these knuckleheads. Well, let's go to the first floor. So there is a little bit of a difference in how these are played. So, it's interesting. The mini-map is in the upper right-hand corner. No? Okay. So you can't talk to everybody, but you can talk to, like, the people that are going to be, I guess, the people you can use in the different battles. Or just your students in general. Okay.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire.
Well, I mean, they kind of just threw me in this position, really.
I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresburg.
Hresburg? I think I pronounced that incorrectly, but, well, alright. I just won't say it.
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes, please. I guess I can just go down the list. Tell me more about yourself.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Okay. Swap display. That just brings that in. Okay. She has the defining ability of Imperial Lineage, where she gets more experience than the norm. I'm guessing the strengths are she can get better experience with the weapon in those areas. And the weaknesses are where she can't do very well at those. That's my understanding on it, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Alright, who's the creepy guy that was standing behind you in the cutscene?
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child.
Okay, so he has been creepy. Alright, good to know.
You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Grants 5 mount with gambits. Okay. I still think he's creepy. Just putting that out there.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
Grants 15 hit and avoid when unit is at full HP. Oh. He has no real apparent weaknesses, which is okay. That's pretty good. Alright. Linhart?
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
If the unit takes no action, okay. So, looks like he's a magic user.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Alright, Caspar.
He's the second son of Count Berglis. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Ooh, yeah, those stats. Casper may actually end up being like a Ross to where he ends up being really good later on. Who knows? Bernadetta? Bernadetta, I think is how that's pronounced.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Plus 5 attack when HP is not at full. Interesting. You can do a lot of interesting plays with that defining ability. Dorothea.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception.
Oh, Dorothea. She's a songstress as well. Adjacent allies recover up to 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. Yeah, looks like she'll be a magic user.
She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
And Petra.
To the west of Foglin is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Interesting. Grants 20 crit when a foe's HP is less... No, not less. Greater than or equal to 50%. That seems that could be quite dangerous. Alright. Alright. Pity?
Yes.
Oh, I have to talk to the Rehouse people, because they'll tell me about stuff. Hello!
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
And you're doing a fantastic job with that, Gatekeeper.
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
There you go. Have that enthusiasm. I am actually not a new student. I am a professor.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna hang... well, right in this area. With Spotted Claude. Alright.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah. We also spotted you.
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression.
That's one way to do
I
it.
guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yes, I would. Let's go down the list.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Okay. Lawrence. Tell me about this guy.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Sounds like a character I know from a different game. Oh gosh. Valkyria Revolution, there's a guy that pretty much fits this description of Lawrence perfectly. Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident.
Oh.
Seems like he's had a rough life.
Trying to already hit you in... Alright, fine.
Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it.
Alright. Chance to recover up to 10% of max HP each turn. Trigger is luck stat. Okay. I actually didn't look at what Lawrence was.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up, that said...
Deals an extra 2 damage while in formation with a battalion, which is Distinguished House. Alright. Ignatz?
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight.
Okay. Watchful Eye gets 20 hit. Alright.
If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Lysithia?
Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here.
How did I get that exactly correct for that name? Okay. Double skill experience in battle. Okay. I can get behind that.
But watch out. She gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
I can get behind it. Yeah, I can understand that. Just... considering she's high in magic, you might not want to mess with her too much.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
She's also high in magic, so... interesting. Unit recovers up to 20% of max HP at the start of each turn, and when adjacent to a cavalry or flying ally. Okay. And she's actually a noble. A lot of these people are commoners, which is interesting. Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit.
Okay.
If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Wow. But she does have Advocate. Adjacent male allies gain 3 extra damage during combat. Okay.
Hilda is the only... If you look up...
I didn't mean to do that. Leonie?
Leonie enrolled because she
Leonie.
wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Okay. If a male ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. Alright.
Leonie, she's pretty... That's,
Thank you.
Okay. This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
So let me look. Can I actually... Okay, I can actually talk to everyone here. Well, a lot of people here. But we'll talk to Dimitri and learn about all these people.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blaithid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here.
Yeah, that's correct.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Yes. Let's go down the list like everything else.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think?
Well, maybe.
I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
And stat-wise, he's not bad. He's got a lot of strength. Everything else is kind of mediocre. It seems like all the royals, or just like all the nobles that are the main characters, gonna have a 1.2 experience multiplier. So, alright. Dedu?
Dedu was born in
Oh.
Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years.
Dedu. Okay.
He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Alright. If the unit takes no action except wait, gains 4 defense for 1 turn. Dang. So that could actually be pretty useful if you're wanting him to be like essentially a guard for like a choke point. Interesting.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when battalion endurance is 0. Okay. Ash.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Personally, I like the lockpicking part, because opening the chests and doors without keys, that would be really nice. Because, good night. I'll just be honest, having to go through all these games, having that ability is really nice. Not having to worry about keys. And essentially you can just use your keys for characters if you want to do a split up, if there's a massive area you're covering, or if you could just use the keys as extra money and when you go to sell them. I don't know how all this is going to work again, but we'll kind of go through it. Sylvain?
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Apparently there's one in every crowd like that. Alright, fine. Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
I like the lift to serve ability as well. When healing an ally with white magic, unit recovers the same amount of HP. That's really nice. So she's actually be a really good healer. Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece.
My bad.
She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. And here she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Okay. Use rally to grant strength +4 to an ally. Okay. I never really used rally too much in previous titles. They can definitely be very useful. Especially, it's like, you just need just a tiny bit more strength to dish out enough damage to defeat an enemy. So, alright. And Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Grants 3 mount and 5 hit with gambits. Okay. Swords, lances, and I guess she can either be cavalry or Pegasus Knight.
I appreciate your effort.
Alright, we got that quest done. Boom. I suppose I should turn to Rhea. We're gonna continue exploring for a little bit.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, so we're gonna talk to everybody that we can.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Oh gosh, all of this.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Oh.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard.
And Mr. Creepy. I'm sorry, but he's just creepy to me.
I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks.
And that sounds incredibly creepy.
This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire.
I'm sorry, but it's just the way he talks makes it all the more creepy. That and what, that... I forget her name. The house leader for this place. She... Oh, gosh. The princess. She just... The way she talked about him made it even more so to seem like he was going to be creepy. Just...
Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello. I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Okay.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible.
Okay, Edelgard. That's just a really strange name. I'm sorry. It's just really strange.
The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Caspar. Okay, and that is how it's pronounced.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Actually, I'm gonna be a teacher, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around?
Oh,
my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime. Come on.
alright. I've kind of narrowed down what I've...
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery? Oh, mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend. I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Alright.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Okay?
Alright. Let's see what the last group of people have to say.
What do you think? The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Okay. Mr. Self-important in whatever.
Are
I
you
have to keep
someone's
going on
guest?
with that.
The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Wow.
Hi.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
It's like this.
Come on.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund. Are you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
I suppose I should turn to right. Yeah. We talked to everybody.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
Oh, so much so.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
Good grief. He just loves shoving it in your face. I don't trust you.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
I did.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Okay. Which house will I choose? Alright. After talking with each one of these... Oh, okay, so it actually tells you a little bit more about them. The Adestrian Empire, a house for students from the Adestrian Empire. Many are nobility and most of them use magic. A house for students from the Kingdom of Fargus. Most value chivalry and excel at military arts. A house for... I can't even pronounce the name of that. Gosh. As per regional tradition, many are skilled archers. After actually getting to know each one of the houses, I actually am gonna go with the blue house, the blue lion house. In my own, I might go and play through one of these other houses in my own time and see if there's any different, like, chapters or anything. And if so, of course, I'll figure out a way to still keep the progress with this playthrough and show those chapters with you guys. But we're going to start with the Blue Lion House.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
That is correct.
Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
You're much nicer than your brother.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
You're fine. They're probably around the same age anyway. I don't mind.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
I mean, if you want to, I ain't gonna argue with you, but
Sure,
I don't care.
but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing.
I mean, he's got a point there.
After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Of course.
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Oh, same. Alright. This is gonna be a bit crazy. Swapping items. So it's just trading things. I'm actually gonna end off things here. As things are loading for the next mission. And in the next one, well, we'll see what's gonna be happening. I guess we're going to the training ground and doing our thing there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Later. Or, there we go. Explore new places in the monastery. Receive 1,000 gold from the Church of Saros as a funding for this month's activities. Fantastic. We skipped 2 days.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
You promise, promise? Fine.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
I figured as much from the way you're talking, sir.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
And I'm assuming that's what Sothis is. She's essentially the crest. Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
Oh, he seems excited.
To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Seems like an interesting individual. We'll just kind of leave him be.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
Okay. The monastery schedule features different events on different days. Each week will have one day off when you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be to explore. Select the calendar direction with the buttons to view each of the schedules. Alright. So we're going to explore the monastery. So this is my room. I thought I heard a girl's voice, but I must have been imagining things. Alright. So essentially there's the bulletin board, and it's dealing with these. Greetings all, please assist me in catching delectable fish for the Saint Cecilian celebration. Alright. Help growing vegetables. The food in the dining hall is pretty appetizing. Is anyone interested in sharing a meal? Ladies preferred. Visit the dormitory to unlock the ability of fast travel window. Alright.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end.
Well, I just came out of my room, so yeah.
Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Well, you're just... What makes you think I'll do that? Alright.
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
Maybe. I don't know.
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for doubt. But if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action. I have a request.
Grow plants in the greenhouse. Take Dedue's seeds and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow a harvest crop. Sure. I don't know if this is gonna like start something.
I hear there will be a mock battle soon. We must not neglect our training. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance. Regardless of the results, this battle will be a great learning experience. Even so, what is the point of competition if the aim isn't to win? As this is your first time at the monastery, please allow me to show you the ropes.
Okay.
Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, you can dine with others at the dining hall, or partake in one-on-one combat at the training grounds. I encourage you to wander around the monastery and lend an ear to the people living here.
Alright, let's...
There are bulletin boards in various places around the monastery. Have you seen them, Professor? There you can find requests from various sources, as well as information about the market. If you fulfill these requests, you should eventually be able to use even more of the facilities here. The bulletin board gets updated frequently. You would do well to check it once a month.
Okay, so they update every month. Good to know.
This probably goes without saying, but no matter which facility you use, it will take up a considerable amount of your time. It's helpful to plan out activities in advance, so that you don't mistakenly squander your time here.
You can explore the monastery as much as you like, but certain activities will only be available while you have activity points. When you are done exploring, press the L button to end your free time and proceed to the next week.
Professors at the Officers' Academy are expected to have exceptional leadership skills. Students and teachers alike must devote themselves to their studies and strive to acquire great wisdom, even outside their respective fields.
Your professor level determines your maximum activity points. Raise it by reading books, taking part in activities, and interacting with students. Alright. Good to know.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the Academy yet? Me, I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
You'll be fine. Alright, so... we're gonna...
Right.
Excuse me. Start heading down this... So, hold on. Map. Good night. Okay, I just need to keep heading down this way.
Yes.
Alright.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
Well, that's not the only way you get stronger, dude.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
Nothing in particular right now.
Then get out of my way.
Okay, Mr. Rude. I'll spar with you eventually.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
But you... well, Yeah, this is
May
right.
opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have.
Okay. What's the
Might you
quest?
help me with a favor?
Oh, the fish thing. The fish thing. That's the first thing. All right, fine. Okay, catch a fish for the ceremony and bring it to Phelan, or Flayan. Gosh. Head to the fishing pond with the bait she gave you. Speak with the fish keeper to try out fishing. Okay. Fresh catch. Is the bulletin? Okay. That's still that. Alright, so let's head over here. Hello, owl. Yes. Oh. We have fishing minigames. Alright. To begin fishing, select your bait, wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch, then press the A button to cook it. Don't wait too long though, or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circle overlaps to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once it's depleted, you will have successfully caught the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape. The durability of the fishing line increases with the professor's level. Repeated excellent timing will create combos that reduces the fish's stamina quickly. If you have excellent timing at all opportunities, you will meet a more valuable fish than usual. Okay. This is going to be fantastic. Oh, this is going to be something. Okay. The common fish. Okay. Let's talk to the lion.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
You seem well informed on the subject.
My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Hello. I would like to do some gardening. By gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with flowers you give them. Use plant command to decide which seeds to use. The more seeds mean a bigger harvest, the more compatible. While more compatible seeds will lead to higher quality. Okay. Use the cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better your harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant the seeds. Use the harvest command to gather what you've grown. Alright. We're gonna use the deduce seeds. I'll check back after you for the next day. And we're not gonna... Okay. Oh yeah, professor level too low. Okay, so let's just use magic. And
My thanks.
There we go. Okay, so these plants being in a greenhouse is a bit ridiculous, but you know what? Let's just move on.
Let's see. I'm a little busy.
Cyril. And
I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse instead? They're pretty.
Interesting. Seems like one of those interesting characters. And back in the dormitory area. You know, you think you would actually have, like, showcased this once I walked out of the room, but no, that didn't happen. Alright. Well, let's go back inside and talk to Flame.
You have helped me so much.
You're welcome. And we've finished that. Yes, it's me. Okay, I'll have to walk around this way to get to that other quest. But nope, this way. It might take me a hot minute to actually get used to doing this. Hey, Leon.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you, if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Well, I'm glad you're confident in yourself.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye!
Well, I wasn't expecting much out of that, but alright.
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? We could try to pick up beautiful girls. Or not. I'm kidding. Don't look at me like that. Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
Alright. We'll have a bite. You doing alright?
I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
It's okay. Alright, so let's see. Marion, okay. Fishing pond, reception hall, library. Let's go back to the fishing pond areas, because apparently there's someone to talk to that wasn't normally there. Good night, he can run. That's a bit crazy, but alright.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Did you get any sleep? There were serious bags under your eyes. Alright, Spotted Petra.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people. I am hopeful to have learnings from you, too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
I guess that this is not her native language, otherwise... I don't know. Let's look at the full menu. Well, obviously I can only make one. Oh. Interesting, so you can actually have a meal with anyone. Well, let's just kind of go down the idea of having meals with people that I am going to be a professor for. Well, let's have a meal with these two.
Today's dish was so good. Oh, but not as good as your homemade sweets, Mercy. You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
Bonds between the three of you grew stronger. The two you invited are more motivated. There we go. We leveled up as a professor. Fantastic. We're an E+. And we will receive more monthly funds for activities. You will usually want to finish exploring when your activity points run out. Press the L button to do so.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
Quest complete. Renown increased. Got some ingredients for stuff. And that's going to be for the food you eat with other people. Alright. I'm not going to end things quite yet. Oh. Arcane Crystal. Okay. And Tea of Saints. We're going to do some more exploring around this area.
Listen.
Since we haven't really actually... Amiibo Gazebo? This is the Amiibo Gazebo, and when you use Amiibo here, certain items will appear random in the monastery on all of your save files. You get higher quality items for scanning Fire Emblem character Amiibo. Each Fire Emblem character Amiibo may also provide unique rewards. Well... alright, give me a sec. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's possible absolutely nothing. It could be a lot of nothing, it could be a lot of something, who knows. Alright. I've got like this big list of other things here. Alright. Items can now appear in the Amiibo Gazebo. We're just gonna kind of go down the list, possibly. Oh, have already appeared? Okay, let's go back and just kind of look at these things. Almond Blend, Southern Folding Seeds, Pure Water. Okay. Increase resistance by 7. Alright. Emerald Pike. Nope. Nope. White Trout. Xanadu Fruit. Albanian Seeds. Alright. Okay. I've got a couple of Fire Emblem ones. See what actually happens when this. Okay. New music options are now available for auxiliary bells. You can acquire even better items near the gazebo. I'm guessing that. Yeah, there's that. New music. Okay. So, I only have 2 Fire Emblem of the Amiibo, Chrom and Robin, so I thought I'd scan those and see if anything more than the, I guess, if more interesting stuff would appear. Apparently not. At least not currently.
All right. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Oh, are you the enthusiastic person from yesterday?
By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it? It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
Interesting thing to think about. You can't go past here. Ooh. I guess they're either remodeling or that was some serious damage by whatever happened. Herring bait. Nord solid seeds. All right.
Indeed. As part of our commitment to the goddess, the Knights undertake various missions across all of Fodlan. Assisting with the education of young nobles is also a part of our sacred duty.
Oh, fantastic.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you?
I can't say that I have.
I suppose it was silly to ask. Sorry for wasting your time. Hello, Professor. You haven't seen a man...
Okay. So, you answer a question, it's going to be that specific answer that you give. It's going to be...
I hear a member of House
change.
Fressfeld, the ruling family of the Empire, has entered the Officers' Academy for the first time in ages. It is said that the Adrestian Empire's very founding was aided by none other than Saint Seros. That is why the crest of Seros is on the Imperial flag. In recent years, a rift has developed between the Empire and the Church. Let us hope this will be a good opportunity for both parties to reforge their close relationship of years past.
Interesting.
Here's an idea. There are two types of crests. Major crests manifest their power most effectively, while minor crests are slightly weaker. It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes, the higher their chance of bearing a major crest. Of course, there are also examples of major crests manifesting in children whose parents bear no crest whatsoever. The exact nature of how and why crests are inherited is still a mystery.
Interesting. There's still someone to talk to in this area. In the reception hall specifically.
Indeed.
I don't see said person. Am I being... I don't think I'm being blind in this.
Here's an idea.
No, I'm not.
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
You like reading?
In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Okay. Nothing wrong with learning, but you also need to learn how to get some sleep. Alright. The bulletin board. There are no quests. Well, this floor is full of people. Let's head this way and have a talk with our dad.
The church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they? Don't worry, though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
I feel like I need to talk to HR already.
Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he has. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind.
Oh, yes.
My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need.
He's becoming creepy. Why is everyone just being really weird? It's some sort of experimental apparatus. Well, I'm wanting to learn more about this crest, so I might as well.
Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research. Oh, so much more to learn. Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research.
Okay, so... Alright, well, I guess we'll have to learn how that's gonna progress. Oh yes, we have to talk to the Archbishop.
Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
Really?
Certainly. Alright, so we're gonna go downstairs. We have a mock fight that we were promising to a certain individual, and we've made this individual wait for long enough. Some interesting drops in FPS. Alright. Let's just kind of head on over to the dining hall. Hello. And... let me... there we go.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's my bad. I guess I need to learn. Well, we'll end our free time for today. We'll also end the episode here. I have been... it's such a different experience with this that I haven't been able to really, so far, find a good time. So this will be some really interesting things going on here. I'll try to cut up as best as I can. Of course, the fights will have their own types of episodes, but this so far seems like it's going to be mostly tied to exploring and talking. That kind of thing's going to be a lot of time on its own as well. So, if the first few episodes are going to be wonky with their time, I do apologize, but I'm still trying to figure out things about this myself, because, again, I'm not doing this after I've already played the game. So, this is going to be blind, because I'm recording this the day... well, I started recording the day this came out, so... anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's end the day.